Hello my sexy people, so it's time for some more PS2 gaming. First up is a game here, Vampire Knight by Namco. Oh, it says Sega as well. Interesting. Yes, it looks like it is compatible with the G-Con 2, which I've never actually owned, so hopefully this is a game that is also compatible with the controller by moving the crosshair about, because I assume that it is, of course, a light gun game. I'm expecting Time Crisis with zombies, and with Sega being on board, I'll just get the stop and record going. Should be interesting. Not really sure why it says Sega on the back though. Is this just a game that doesn't work? Is auto start not enabled on my PS2? What's going on? Right, so here we go. Hopefully we're working now. So yes, bit of Scrumpy Jack. Yeah, drinking, late night drinking and PS2 gaming. That's how I roll. Loading, loading, loading. So this was released in, looks like 2002 possibly. It's the latest date I can actually see on the back of the game box. All the usual screens to get through. Right. Nice bullet, nice shot sound, reminiscent of Time Crisis. There we go, we've got a crosshair on the screen, and if I click, or shoot arcade should I say, then we'll see what we've got. Of course, it's a pain in the arse to actually get a TV that works with light guns nowadays. So for a lot of people,
we're here at last.
Your only option, you know, might be to actually use a controller to control this game. First, I'll reload. Yeah, reload with the shoulder button, shoot with the X button. Bit of funky music. First impression is that it really reminds me of House of the Dead. It's got that kind of music, kind of enemy style, the art style I guess you'd say. A bit bizarre that we're in this sort of woodland setting in the snow. It's a bit weird. Maybe there's a mansion somewhere. Wow, look at that place. Graphics wise, they're not amazing, but they're a decent reflection on the water there, but nothing too breathtaking. It's generally the case with these on-rail shooters. Generally they're from, you know, an arcade generation back, whatever you want to call it. As a result, the graphics aren't quite up to par with the latest releases on the console at the time. Definitely found that with Time Crisis 4 on the PS3 when I owned that. I did own that with the G-Con 3, it must have been. Pretty cool game. Had kind of similar music to this if I remember correctly. So we've already completed part of something. Whether that's part A, part B, part C of a chapter, or that just is a chapter or level. I don't know. Yes, there's things on the screen and you shoot at them. What else can you say so far? It's doing what I'm expecting it to do. I was a bit surprised at the sort of Arctic setting. So, oh yes, we've finished a chapter that only took about, what, 2-3 minutes? Pardon me. Take longer than that to finish this can of cider. I was going to say beer then.
Let's go.
Skipping through the old
Yeah.
filler. Right. So now we're sort of into a little town. I guess it's abandoned and overrun with vampires and demons. Kind of reminds me of Resident Evil as well in a way. I guess it's just the way things are with these games.
Wait! Take me with you!
You're always going to, you know, draw comparisons and have familiarities between these games. It's like saying Gran Turismo reminds you of Forza because they both have cars in. You know, it's pretty obvious. Definitely, you know, reminds me of the Resident Evil, what are they called? Resident Evil Archives, Umbrella Chronicles, all them ones. It definitely reminds me of them sort of games on the Wii. They also re-released them for the PS3, possibly the Xbox 360. Some of these enemies are quite hard to hit with the controller. Fuck you, bitch. Of course, you got that classic Time Crisis sort of reload. Come on, you little fucks. Don't like you, you little cunt legs. Shoot your little sausage chops. Hey, bitches. There's plenty of chance to hit him, I just can't freaking do it. I think that the music kind of detracts in a way. I think it's not atmospheric. So unfortunately, like a dumbass, when I was preparing everything, setting everything up, I had the memory card contents open on Windows and forgot to delete them. So yes, I'll hit record and then we'll get back into it. So yes, as I was saying, I remember now, I owned House of the Dead 2 and 3 on the Wii. So yes, I remember. For fuck's sake! I remember playing through House of the Dead 2. House of the Dead 2 was pretty much hard as nails compared to the third one, which is also on the same disc. This game doesn't seem too hard. It would be a lot easier played with a light gun, obviously.
Thank you for saving me.
Fuck up, bitch.
Where is right ahead?
I'm guessing this is like House of the Dead, where, you know, if you save certain people, then you take different paths and things like that. It's just the norm in, you know, games like this, so you got to assume that that is the case. So far, I think it's a pretty decent, solid shooter. However, it really does make me wish that I had a light gun that worked with the PS2, or well, more to the point, with my TV. They have the equivalent. What was it? I can't remember the exact name of the light gun. For the PS1, I have the gun that was both, well, one of the guns, should I say, that was both compatible with the G-Con and Predator. It had like a switch on it. Although I could never get it to work with Resident Evil Gun Survivor properly. No, don't want to save it. Yes. Drink more cider. start. Let's see what we have under special. Not sure what will be in training. I don't really need training to play this type of game. I just need a light gun. You know what I mean. Is this basically the same game, just blah blah blah, give me some fucking nuts. What the fuck, why is some bitch fucking sort of game? Weird. Give me some nuts please. I got some fucking nuts right here for you bitch. Just open your fucking mouth. You can have them right in there, you slut. Make sure you take your dentures out so they'll fit fully, cause you're some big old balls, bitch. Right.
We're here at last.
Yeah, so if I recollect, this is the same game at the start. So it looks like there's some sort of kind of RPG elements, let's say, with a shop between chapters. It would, yeah, that's what it's going to be, isn't it? See what the training is. There's not really much point in playing that if it's just going to be more of the same. What's in training?
Training mode.
I expect it's just a basic shooting gallery or something here. You've got to shoot the targets all pretty quick. Fucking hard work with the control of this, definitely now. What? Wait! Oh, I forgot to fucking reload.
Ready?
Right.
Go!
One more crack at this. I'm not sure whether it's penalising me for missing. I'll just go mental anyway. But yeah, so that is Vampire Knight. There's not really much point me playing it any further because it needs to be played with a light gun. It is passable with a controller, but definitely recommend a light gun for this one if you've got a TV that will support it. Reminds me of a cross between Time Crisis and Resident Evil, which would also translate to a cross between The House of the Dead and something. So yes, definitely reminds me of games like House of the Dead, the Resident Evil shooters, the light gun games, and House of the Dead series. So definitely worth checking out if you're into them games. I've never really heard of it before, and it seems like an interesting title.